and welcome back to my Authenticity series here on Radio Works World. This is Mareli Scott, and I can't believe we're already at episode 11, and there's exciting news coming on episode 12. But I don't know about you, Marina, but I don't know. Time is going so fast, and tomorrow is already July. I can't believe it.
It's true. And you see, we started this journey not long ago, but seems like we've been together forever since, I don't know, it seems like was nothing else before. And
Yes.
the new website for radioworks.world is about to be launched, and the one is there right now. I done it like a child, like being not what should be. But I done it from my heart, and I want you to know, and our listeners, that I'm so grateful you never complained about the website. But it's going to be a lot easier to connect. It's going to be a lot easier to listen to the show and find your best host and nominate your best host. Over to you, Marley.
Wow, wonderful, Marina. And thank you so much for everything you're doing for all of us, all of our hosts, and the opportunities that you give us, and the advice and guidance. Um, yes, so first, before my theme for tonight is the value of authenticity. But before that, I just quickly want to share something with you guys that sort of links with this. I was at a networking event last night, and the speaker there, Wouter Schneiman, is also the author of "Would Driving a Porsche Change Your Life?" So that was his theme for his speech or his talk last night. And when I saw that before he started to speak, I thought to myself, it sounds kind of superficial to me, and I wonder what he's going to say or how he's going to talk on that subject. And I was thinking maybe he's going to try and sell something to people and promise them that they will get rich. And I was so
Overnight.
yes. You know, a lot of people like to flash their cars and their watches and like, I can make you rich in a few days. I thought it's going to be like that. So I was so surprised when he started to talk. And he talked about, okay, so he asked the question if would driving a Porsche change your life? But what he actually meant was, would it change who you are if you drive a Porsche? Would you be a different person?
No,
Uh,
definitely not.
yes, I know
No.
you wouldn't.
No, I experienced that. Feel nothing, just the air moves when the car starts, the engine starts, moves the air. That's the only difference. But you don't feel, I mean, I didn't. Maybe is something wrong with me? Maybe, I don't know.
No.
But for me, it doesn't make any difference. I don't care. I really don't care.
Exactly.
It's not, I think it's not the, I don't know how to put this not to upset anyone, because I don't want to upset anyone, and I want this to be a place of joy and happiness, and the great energy we have amongst us. And I think driving a Porsche is just proving to yourself something that you doubted before. But driving a Porsche is basically driving a car to take you from A to B, and all depends where you want to be. So if you want to meet President Obama, or if you want to meet, perhaps you will be driving a different car. But personally, I wouldn't care less. I don't have a car. I use public transport because I think it's too much pollution. But but decades ago, people were drinking Coca-Cola as a sign of opulence. I know it sounds ridiculous,
Really?
but it's true. And they
Wow.
were imagining themselves being those celebrities on the big posters, when they show people drinking Coca-Cola, and they connected that with luxury, with living your dream. And look what Coca-Cola does. I mean, so,
Wow.
so you see, it depends how you look at things and depends what you want. But for me, um, it's not about what you drive, it's where you drive.
Very true. But there's so many people that, and that's actually the question then. What do you place value on? Do you place value on yourself, or do you, and things that really matter and that, is lasting, or do you place value on external things and material things? And so it's, I think it's a wake-up call for a lot of people. And I've also heard a lot of people say, um, just like having alcohol, like when you get rich and famous, your true colors will come out. So if you're not secure in yourself and you're, yeah, then you will place, most probably you will place value on other things than yourself, and you will, gain confidence from that. And then the question I also like people to think about is, if you have nothing, will you still feel that you're worth something? Will you still feel that you are worth whatever your dreams are? Do you think you're worth it? Do you still value yourself the same? And that's also something, coincidentally, or I don't really believe in that, but today on the radio, um, they quoted Mike Tyson, and he said he has never been as free as what he was when he had nothing. And
Wow.
that's quite powerful, eh?
Wow. It's like going to bed with nothing on but a smile.
Yes.
so I think the question you ask yourself is, what is going to look like? How is your life going to look like when you're going to have whatever it is that you want to have? But when you get there, it's a different story. You ask yourself different questions, and I don't know if it's sad or good, but what's happening after you achieve your first goal, whatever it is, a car, an expensive car, an expensive holiday, an expensive house, or your first million. After that, you have to run even faster for the next million, for the next um, type of car, for the next holiday, for the
Yes.
next. So never ends, and
Yes.
we are conditioned to chase these selfie goals, but it's a never ending situation.
It
So
is.
so you can think that is going to what is going to make you free, set you free, is not what you are going to buy. It's something you have inside. It's something that even if you get bankrupt, even if it's an earthquake or say, anything could happen, like it's happening now around the world and started in England, unfortunately, you could lose everything. And so what? So what? Nobody can take what you hold dear. What is your fabric, the fabric of you. Nobody can take that away from you. So you'll start again. I was talking to somebody um, who was very anxious about we might lose everything, we'll lose all this, we've been working harder all our lives, and it's true. But at the end of the day, you'll start again. I mean, if you've done it once, you can do it again. One thing
Mm.
um, I would not be able to give away as if there's nothing left. And that one thing is you, that divine essence you have
Yes,
inside.
exactly.
Uh, it's you. It's who you are, and I think that's why we're talking about now. We are celebrating me time around the world, around the globe, on the 22nd of July, and it's exactly about this. It's about stop caring what other people think of you. Stop um, saying yes to everybody else. Start saying no to everything that is not relevant, that is not serving your life purpose, and start saying yes to yourself. Because at the end of the day, all these cars, all these holidays, all these assets are just external assets. It's nothing to do with you. And you don't need to fear that you are going to, because this is what's happening once you get into that game, chasing the next goal, the next house, the next million. What's happening? You become worried. You are thinking, oh my God, what if I'm going to lose everything? So what? That's not
Mm.
everything. That's nothing. What is
Yeah.
everything is you. It's you to understand that nobody can be you. Nobody can replace you. Even things, you know, there are rumors that yes, everybody is replaceable. Actually, nobody is replaceable. And what makes you who you are? It's who you are. so,
Yeah.
so I know it's sort of a talking about, but it's not like this is how I live my life. This is how people I know live their life, and
Mm.
it's really giving you that feeling that you are the cause of your own life. You are not the victim. You can't be the victim. You are unshakable. You, whatever happens around you, all the noise around you cannot affect you because
Yeah.
you know exactly what you want. You understand your vision. You understand you are about. You understand where you are going, no matter what. And you are going to get there. You are going to
Yes.
reach your destination, no matter how mad it is, no matter how other people treat you for daring to have big dreams. Unless you have a big dream, it's not relevant because
Mm.
small dreams are too easy achievable, and unless it hurts, unless it looks mad, it's not worth going for. So I
Yes.
would say that buying the next house is not a dream, that's a transaction, and I would say that driving a Porsche um, is not creating the Porsche, is driving a car, and it's that simple.
Yes. It's it's so true. And um, if you think about it, if you are focused on material things, like you said, you will always chase the next thing, and you will never be satisfied. But also the path of authenticity, getting to authenticity and to success, also you you don't get to a point where it's like, okay, now because none of us are perfect, so you can't get to a point and think, okay, now everything is perfect. Now I'm perfect. Now I'm the perfect person that I want to be. It's a journey. Everything is a journey. But yeah, I'm gonna be quite straight tonight, and I hope I don't offend anybody, and I'm gonna ask a lot of questions. um, so a lot of weeks I've been talking about authenticity, and I feel like maybe some of the people or one person maybe that have listened to it this week thinks, okay, it's great, it's awesome, I want to be like that, I want to do, but I don't know, it sounds like a lot of effort. So is it really worth it? Maybe you're asking yourself, is it really worth it to live an authentic life and to
So,
aspire to be
okay, it's really obvious.
authentic?
So what's the alternative? What's the option there? What is the option? What else can you be than yourself? I mean,
Yes.
you're not saying, oh,
Fake.
I would like to be me, but is it really worth it? I'd like to have a life, but is it really worth it? Of course it's bloody worth it. Of course it is.
Yeah. But first of all, I want everybody to realize that, like I said, it's not easy, like I said earlier, but nothing that's worth something in life is easy.
It's
And
bloody
it's a
hard, actually. It is very hard.
yes, it is. And it's a lifestyle they have to create, reinventing yourself day in, day out. It's a commitment that you to make to yourself. And it's your own responsibility. Like you also said earlier, you're responsible. You need to realize that you're responsible for your own life. No one owes you anything. The world doesn't owe you anything. And I know there are a lot of people with their mentality these days thinking that, they're less fortunate and the world owes them something. Um,
No, 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 no. The world was um, here before them. It's not possible. So
exactly.
the world don't owe them anything now. That's a no.
Yes. So exactly, and in the end, it's just excuses. We all have our own struggles. We all come from different places. But if you really want something in life, then you must go and get it. You must create it for yourself. And it's by decisions that you make every day, it's by pushing doors open. Stop finding excuses. It's so easy to make excuses for ourselves not to live fully. and to stop hiding behind other people and our situations and our limitations that we think we have. No one is going to create the life for you that you want, and nobody's going to create the best version of you for you. I mean, that's for you. Nobody else can understand it. Nobody else would even bother or have an interest in it because they're busy with their own life, and it's up to you.
What's happening, Marley? I'm sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt, but
No, jump in.
I created a program yesterday. I'm going to launch it tomorrow, and
Oh
it's
yes.
called. It's a very long. It's almost like a headline, but I just couldn't change it. I thought, no, this is what I have to. This is what you know. It's don't let anyone tell you who you are. You tell them. No, don't let others tell you who you are. You tell them. And that's the name of
Wow,
my program. So anyway, it's a mouthful, but
that's great.
it's exactly what you are talking about. Because for some reason, we might let other people tell us who we are, so we could blame them. Don't you think?
Sorry, just repeat
We
the question.
might let other people to tell us who we are, so we could blame them. So we could say it's your fault.
Yes.
So many times I came across with amazing people. I mean, the type of people that are thinking, oh my God, I better write this down. And yet they don't have a clue who they are. And they don't even consider of sharing who they are with anyone. They feel that they are so insignificant, they are so nothing that it's not even worth opening their mouth. And I'm thinking, what's wrong with them? I mean, okay, social
Mm,
conditioning, limiting belief, I understand all of that, and I've been through all of that myself, but yet, come on, should be something out there that should have that fire. Everybody, each one of us, I'm absolutely
yes.
certain that's a fire. How much water could you put on to finish it off? It's not possible. If you have a dream, if you have whatever it is that you have in your heart, and you don't sing it, your heart is going to implode.
Exactly.
And taking responsibility for who you are, I think that's a moral duty, and that's a full-time job, but it's not the kind of job that gets you tired. It's a divine job.
Yes. So, um, everybody that's listening, I want you to ask yourself, um, are you happy where you are in life now? Are you happy with your life as it is now? And if you are not, then obviously you must make some changes. You make some decisions and get out of your comfort zone to start living the life that you want to live. And stop waiting for next year or next month or Monday. We all know Monday, always we want to start a diet or exercise program on Monday. Start right now. Start right now. Why do you want to wait till tomorrow? Because time, like I said when we started the show, we all talking about how time is flying these days. We almost can't keep up. Time is just going by so fast. So we cannot afford to waste any time anymore living a life that we're not supposed to live, or living a life that you're not happy with, knowing that you actually have a passion for something else. And you need to take me time, like Marina said, and we're celebrating it on the 27th of July. You need to take some me time alone, and you need to imagine and write down. See yourself, the best version of you, the life that you feel that's the life you were created for. That's the life you want to live. That's your passion. See that person. See who you are, what you do. Um, Forget about the limitations that you think you have or what people have told you. Forget all about that. Just see that picture and use your imagination and dream big. Do not make your dreams small, make it big, and think about how you are feeling when you see that version of you. Don't you feel better about yourself? Don't you feel a little bit more free? And now, when you wrote that down, I want you to write down what is stopping you What is the obstacles in your way, according to you, that's keeping you from living that life and becoming that person? What is keeping you from it? And then you know what your fears are when you wrote that down, and you need to tackle those fears one by one. You need to go for it and get rid of them and cross it off your list. And you will see you will get closer and closer and closer to your goal. And um, like Marina says, who cares what people think of you? Who cares? Why do you care what other people think of you? What people think you should do with your life? And life, you should also have fun. Life wasn't meant to be so serious all the time. We need to take responsibility, and it's hard work and everything, but we must have some fun as well and enjoy our lives. And you need to break out of that comfort zone of yours. If you want to fly, if you want to soar with eagles, if you want to live the life that you know you were destined to live, you have to do that. And I'm going to ask 5 more questions. um, you don't need to write that down. Just think about it. What is your freedom with you? And what is your inner peace with you? What is your life with you? And how? What do you think you're worth, or to yourself? What do you think you're worth? And what are authentic relationships with you? That will also determine for you if it's worthwhile or not. And there are 7 key benefits from being authentic. There are so many other things, but this is the main things I could think of. If you live an authentic life, it creates self-confidence, and we all know what self-confidence can do for you. I mean, you can do almost anything. You're unstoppable if you have self-confidence. And we all know people like that as well. People that walk into a room and you don't know who they are, but immediately you feel that must be someone important. Um, and then you realize when you get to know them, it's just a normal person. But they're so self-confident and they're so important to themselves that people are immediately drawn to them. And they think, but they must be someone important. Just the way they are confident and they carry themselves. And number 2, authenticity creates trust. And we all know how important trust is in everyday life and in business. And it builds credibility. And it builds loyalty. That's something not very easy to find these days. It's very difficult to find. I know we all had experiences like that, or I've experienced it. It's very difficult to find people that are loyal, or we all have had relationships that we thought people were loyal in, or partnerships, and at the end of the day, it didn't turn out that way. Or one only wanted to benefit for themselves, or something like that. Being authentic attracts opportunities. It opens doors. People like to do business with people they like and who they trust in business and in life. So it just opens so many doors for you. When people can trust you and they know you, or they know you are real, you're transparent. You don't have a hidden agenda. People want to help you. People are willing to work together with you. And number 6 is it attracts other authentic people. And I mean, that's people that you want in your life, because like attracts like. And that's people that are loyal, are trustworthy, authentic, obviously, and you can work together with authentic people and really go a long way with them. And so that's why my mission is to create a movement of people that are authentic and true to the best versions of themselves. Because just like Anne Turner, that's also host on the show, her mission is world peace, and it's it sounds ridiculous, but if you start with one person, it can work. I mean, if you focus on one person at a time, and I feel like that about authenticity as well. I think it can turn this world around. It can solve so many problems that we have and so many issues that people have. Um, just imagine everybody living the life they were supposed to live and being true to themselves and being the unique self that they were created. Just imagine. I think that can actually also create world peace. But unfortunately, none of us are perfect. And um, I don't want anybody to try and be perfect because it's really unreasonable and you will always be miserable. Just be the perfect you. Strive towards being the perfect version of you. And lastly, I don't know who of you will remember that. Do you want to say something?
No, you, I'm
uh,
sorry, I interrupt you. I'm, you're getting
no,
excited. This is
I
okay.
was done. I don't know if you would remember those Goosebumps books. I don't know if it's we read it here in South Africa when we were in primary school, and you could choose your own endings to the book. So you can read it up into a chapter, and then it says, okay, if you want to choose this ending, jump to that page, and so we loved that. And I was thinking that your life can be like that. You own your own life and you can create your own life. You can choose your own ending. You can choose how it goes and which doors open. And by being authentic, I believe you will open the right doors that were meant to you, went for you, and that will put you on the path that was you were destined to be on in this life. So just carry on. It's totally worth it to strive towards authenticity every day. And I believe it will bring a lot of freedom for you and fulfillment and everything. Over to you,
Wow.
Marina.
I was thinking, Marley, that you see, I think I mentioned this before. When people ask you to go and speak and you go in front of an audience, let's say they're church goers and people believe in God. I believe in God. I'm not a church goer, but I believe in God. And they keep saying, Lord is giving this or that, you know, and I'm thinking, it is, I said it even in front of people and I don't think they liked it, but I couldn't help it. So what is for God to give you? He gave you everything. You see,
Mm,
you already got everything. You have it all. It's just time now to accept you have it all. You have no excuse left, and it's your time to show up. The whole world is waiting on you. And each time we make another delay, you are finding another excuse. It's not that it's only you who is at loss, it's the whole world. And each time you are not making that decision to take a step forward, doesn't matter how small it is, just take that step. It's in front of you. What will happen? What is the worst that could happen if you take a decision right now towards
mm,
something you really, really want? You don't need to jump without a parachute. You just need to take the next step. And how many steps can you miss? You know, I don't really think that any of us got any excuse. Recently, in the last week, in England, there's been a lot of turmoil. There's been so much
mm,
confusion and so much noise. And, you know, it didn't affect me. I know it's bad and I know it's happening. And I'm thinking, well, I have to do my best. I have to take the next step. I have to think clearly what is that I want, because if when I deliver what I want, other people are going to benefit. So because my dream is bigger than life and it's not stoppable. You see, so I'm just driving the dream. I am the dream. So
mm,
what is my excuse? just because other people decided certain things on my behalf, and I don't have a say. I still have the chance to create my own life and take it to heights that I never even dreamed is possible. And
Yeah.
who can stop me? It's not the economy, it's not the politics, it's not the people around me, it's just me. If anyone can stop my journey, it's just me. So, you see, taking responsibility for your dream, it's a tricky situation you are in. You can't blame anyone that your dream is not coming true because nobody knows your dream. Your dream is still
Yes.
a dream until you turn it into a reality, good or bad,
Mm.
whatever it is. But you have to, make that exercise and turn that vision into something that you can touch and think and scream, yes, it is, I made it. So it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, but it's worth it. It's so worth it. And I met a friend of mine, and everybody's so distressed with the property market, with this and that. I'm thinking, so what? So what? It's nothing to do with you if you think about it. You can't allow this to affect you because if you start
Yes.
panicking, if you start thinking of the worst case scenario, and you are giving other people the power. People you don't
Exactly.
know, people who don't know you, people who don't care about you. So
Yes.
building your own future starts in your mind. And the only way you can have a secure future, if there is such thing, is for you to start building that future right now. You
Yes.
build
You
your
have
own.
control over that.
Exactly. You turn the roles instead of feeling the victim. Oh, everybody voted and whatever they decided my life and my life is ruined. You vote. You give yourself the vote of confidence. You vote for yourself. You go
Mm-hmm.
ahead and just do what you want and be who you want to be. That's the only way.
Yes.
I don't know another way. Maybe there is another way, but I don't know about it. When I'm going to find out, I will share it. But for now, I know that I create my own life. I know that
Yes.
I have the moral duty, the divine duty to carry my dream and deliver my dream.
Yes. And you're doing it every day. Every second of every day, you are doing it.
I'm too busy to worry about other stuff. I'm full time on a divine job. So, what is stopping you to say no to what other people think of you? Just turn your back on them is the only way you could lead your own life. And they might be
Yes.
inspired by you. You never know. It is very strange how the worst critics they will become the best fans just because you made it and you prove them wrong.
Yes. Oh, that's funny.
You see, we live in strange times, and everybody is talking about somebody else, and it's so much energy going the wrong place, because what is your
Mm.
energy going to build? What is the result for the energy you use to talk about somebody else? What's the result of that? They don't even know, they don't even care, and you are left empty with nothing
Mm.
simply because you put the energy and you're focused on the wrong subject, on the wrong topic, on the wrong person. You are the only one who deserves your own energy, your own focus.
Mm.
That's why on
Oh,
the
yes.
22nd of July, Mareli, I want you to tell me that you got together with your friends, with your enemies, with everyone. I know you don't have enemies, but I'm saying, and you made them time. You made them say yes to themselves for half an hour, for 1 hour, whatever it is. It
Okay.
have to be celebrated. You have to acknowledge that you are worth it. You
Yeah.
know your true worth and you celebrate yourself. You don't need to wait till your next birthday to celebrate your life.
Yes.
So I can't wait for you to tell me it's going to be a Friday, but I'm going to connect with all our hosts around the world, around the clock, to see how
Okay.
is everybody celebrating me time.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
From both
No
of us,
problem.
until next time.
Bye bye.